Welcome, everyone, to another electrifying episode of Triple Threat Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Lucky, and today we're diving deep into the March 3rd edition of WWE Monday Night Raw, which was a couple nights ago. This episode is going to be packed with all the promos, the championship matches, all the storyline developments that have us all buzzing, and we're trying to figure it out as the week goes on. So let's break it all down. The night kicked off with a bang as CM Punk made his way to the ring, microphone in hand, ready to address the WWE Universe. He climbs on top of the announce table, and this is fresh off the heels of John Cena's unexpected heel turn at Elimination Chamber, and Punk didn't hold back. He launched into a fiery, expletive-laden tirade targeting both John Cena and The Rock, labeling them as bald frauds and questioning their commitment to the wrestling business. Punk's promo didn't stop there. He shifted his focus to Seth Rollins, blaming him for his recent setbacks and ominously threatening to put him in a wheelchair. Folks, I am so excited about this feud. I mean, it's reaching its peak, but then it goes higher and it goes higher, and the hatred is there. My thing is, if this is not the WrestleMania match, then and they're going to blow it off in the cage at Madison Square Garden next week, does Punk cash in his favor and get himself into the main event of WrestleMania? Obviously, if they're going with Rollins and Punk at Mania, they wouldn't have him fight here in Madison Square Garden. I still think the plan is for Roman to come back, possibly at Raw in Madison Square Garden. And I think he's going to enter the cage and he's going to drop Rollins and set up that match. And I think Punk is going to cash in his favor a couple weeks after that to get into the main event. But let's see what that looks like. That's just me speculating. But the intense segment set the tone for the rest of the evening, and it's leaving us eagerly anticipating what happens for the rest of the show. So I thought overall that segment was very good. Punk, when he's fired up like that, is the best Punk, and his promo skills are top notch. So this was an awesome start to the show. We go backstage where Judgment Day is having their powwow in the Judgment Day hideout and talking about how Raquel and Liv Morgan, even though they've been champion for 9 days, they're the greatest tag team champions of all time, which was, I mean, it's heel work. I get it. Dominik Mysterio keeps saying that maybe they wouldn't be shorthanded and getting, beaten up by Braun Breaker if they had an extra person. I don't know where that's leading us to. I don't know who this additional person could be in Judgment Day, so we're going to see what happens there. The first match of the evening, it begins with Gunther coming out, calling Otis a freak and all this stuff, just like Jey Uso, calling him overweight. He said he wears the championship like a title belt, and Otis he can't find a belt that fits him. Overall, it's just heel work. Otis looked very good, showcasing his raw power, taking control early on and dominating Gunther. The champion was known for his resilience, found himself on the defensive as Otis unleashed a series of impactful moves, which he's very good for a big guy. He can move around very well. There was a spot even when Otis drags Gunther out of the ring and does a fall-away slam onto the floor, which was very good. I mean, showcasing his power, it was awesome. Obviously, Gunther comes out on top, then puts Otis into a sleeper hold after the match. Tozawa gets in the ring. He clears Tozawa from the ring. What does this do? It brings out Jey Uso. Jey Uso hits the ring, and he's going straight after Gunther. And he's fighting him. He knocks him down. He does all this stuff. And then he poses with the World Heavyweight Championship, only for A-Town Down Under to come in and beat up Jey Uso for what he had said to them a week before. I'm not excited to see A-Town Down Under anywhere near this, but anyway, it sets up Jey Uso to get put in a sleeper hold by Gunther, and he actually passes out. So good heat from some heels, getting the better of Jey Uso, but I really hope that we kick this feud into the next gear, because at the rate it's going, Gunther and Jey Uso can get stale very fast. And I don't want that to happen. I want to be excited for this match. So let's hope they do something to kick this up a notch. The first title match of the night featured Lyra Valkyria putting her WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line against Ivy Nile. Leading up to this match, Chad Gable went to go find himself and master the arts of the luchador. he instructed the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile to win championship gold while he was gone. So going into the match, we're wondering if Ivy Nile's going to win it. Both competitors showcased their athleticism and technical prowess. It delivered a match that, had me on the edge of my seat. I thought it was very good. Despite Nile's relentless offense, Lyra Valkyria's resilience prevailed, especially with that knee injury she was selling, and she still came out on top and retained the championship. This is one of those title defenses that I think adds a little bit of prestige to the title because Lyra was a fighting champion. She fought through the knee pain, and she ended up coming out on top. I really kind of thought Ivy Nile would win it here just to bring gold back, to the American Made. But we'll see. Did the War Raiders do it? Let's find out. Karrion Kross cuts a promo with AJ Styles and basically, doing his whole mind trickery on AJ, and AJ Styles pretty much says he's going to call out Logan Paul next week. Has anyone noticed that Karrion Kross, depending who he's talking to, changes his hair to match them? I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but if you look, he had his hair down like AJ Styles does. When he talked to someone else, he had his hair up. Like he models it after who he's talking to, and maybe that's a way to get in their head and, try to do his mind trickery. But, overall, we'll see where that goes. I think Karrion Kross is being wasted on the main roster. He's doing these backstage segments, but he's capable of doing more, and hopefully we get there one day. But we then have a Bianca Belair interview. She's asked what she thinks about the Jade Cargill beatdown on Naomi, and she pretty much dismisses it. She says that, she's focused on WrestleMania. She's not bothered by it out of respect for both of them. I don't know where this is going because I don't think they're just going to put that on the back burner until after Mania. I think that something's going to happen before that because I think Bianca might have had something to do with it. She might have orchestrated it. Maybe Jade doesn't know that yet. I don't know, but there's more to the story for sure. And we'll see where it goes. We then have a Chad Gable segment. I'm getting the segments out of the way so we can get back to the matches, but the Chad Gable segment was him, good production, by the way, showing him in the streets looking for the luchador master, that he needs to master the arts of the luchador. And he meets a hobo-looking guy in the middle of the street who gives him a box for a significant amount of money. We don't know what's in the box yet. Chad looks happy by it. I was fully expecting Chad to get ripped off, and it was literally a hobo with like an empty box and just takes all the money. We'll see. Does this lead to Rey Fenix coming into WWE? I don't know. But we'll see. It's interesting. I'm kind of along for the ride on this one. Ludwig Kaiser had a very good promo. He came off, very good on the mic. The crowd ate it up. They were booing him out of the building. But it led Penta to come out. Penta laid waste to Ludwig, and, we're going to see where that goes. Is a decent brawl showcasing some of Penta's moves, and, not much to talk about here. We'll just see where it goes. Next up, the WWE World Tag Team Championship was on the line as the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, defended their titles against the formidable duo of American Made, consisting of the Creed brothers. The match was a hard-hitting match, both teams displaying their strength and cohesion. The Creed brothers brought their A-game. I thought with Ivy Nile losing the first title match that they would win to bring some kind of gold to American Made. But the War Raiders' experience and their offense proved too much, and it allowed them to retain their championship. The match highlighted some depth in the tag team division, but I have some problems with the tag team titles, and let me tell you why. The World Tag Team Champions. Let's go over the last little over a year. Finn Bálor and Damian Priest held the championship for 173 days. I'm going before WrestleMania 40 through WrestleMania 4 or to WrestleMania 40. 173 days. They defended it 6 times. Okay, now that on average, it's defended every 28 days, which you would think is on par with the every title needs to be defended every 30 days. but we don't know how close those title defenses were. I could probably find that information, but my biggest takeaway here is out of 6 title defenses, they were defended twice on a PLE. Awesome Truth held the titles for 79 days. They defended them 5 times, all on Monday Night Raw. Then Finn Bálor and JD held the title for 175 days. 175 days. They defended the titles 3 times. And that was a span of an average of 58 days between title defenses. Out of those 3 title defenses, none of them happened at a PLE. The War Raiders have the title now for 79 days as of Monday Night Raw. They've defended it 3 times. Again, it's about an average of 26 days between title defenses. None at a PLE. So the World Tag Team Championship has not been showcased on a PLE since WrestleMania 40. And it's almost WrestleMania 41. So, I mean, the tag team division we think is stacked, and these titles mean something since WrestleMania 40. We're not even defending them at PLEs. And we're holding them for so long with minimal title defenses. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, out of a total of 506 days between the 4 tag teams, 506 days, the titles were defended 17 times. Out of 500 days. If these tag team titles mean something, we need to put more focus on them, and we'll see where it goes. And actually, this isn't a Raw thing, but while we're talking about the tag team division real quick, okay, the WWE Tag Team Championship. Now, is that a different story? Is that tag team title more prestigious? Is it being defended more? A-Town Down Under held the titles for 90 days. They defended them 2 times. That's a span of 45 days between title defenses. None at a PLE. DIY then held the titles for 28 days, defended them twice. So that's good. Every 14 days they're defending the title. None at a PLE. Then Tama and Tonga won the titles. They held them for 84 days, defended them 3 times, which is about 28 days in between title defenses. None at a PLE. Do we see a trend here? Motor City Machine Guns held the title then for 42 days. They defended him twice, which is every 20 days between title defenses. 0 times defended at a PLE. DIY has now held the titles for 89 days as of last week's SmackDown. They've defended them 3 times. That's a span of 29 days in between title defenses. 1 time defended at a PLE, and that was at the Royal Rumble. So from WrestleMania 40 to Royal Rumble, we've had 1 tag team championship title match out of both tag team championships at a PLE. Those deserve to be more prestigious, and we need to treat them as such, and they need to be defended. Every PLE is like a 4-match affair, and it's crazy. But we need to get back to Raw. Jey Uso cuts an interview backstage. He's asked what he thinks about what happened. I mean, he was choked out on Raw. Jey Uso has a passionate interview. He said everyone thinks he can't do it. It's making him question himself, but he's going to prove he can do it. He's going to come back stronger. And then he went out into the Buffalo cold with no shirt on. That was the big focus from the interviewer. So, we'll see where it goes. Like I said, Jey Uso needs to be fired up, but we need to take that feud to the next level, and we're going to see what that looks like. This all brings us to the main event, the Women's World Championship. The main event of the evening featured Rhea Ripley defending her WWE Women's World Championship against Io Sky. The match was a showcase of contrasting styles between Ripley's power versus Sky's agility. It was a very good match. Io Sky is very good. In a surprise turn of events, Io Sky managed to outmaneuver Ripley, securing the pinfall victory and capturing the Women's World Championship. The issue here is, did Bianca Belair need to be out there? Maybe. It looks like they're setting up for a triple threat match. Here's my complaint about that. If this was going to be a triple threat, okay, at WrestleMania, if Io Sky was meant to win the championship, why not just have her do it at WrestleMania? Why pull the pin early? Is it because you wanted a shock value of anything could happen on Monday Night Raw? And again, this isn't a triple threat for sure. I'm assuming that Rhea is going to cash in her rematch clause, and that's going to add her to that main event. So we're going to see. But if you're going to have Io Sky win the title and have it post-Mania, why have her win it early? You should have had her win it at WrestleMania. The crowd would have went crazy. If the plan is for Bianca Belair to win the championship, why would you have Io win it here just to turn it over in 40 days? She's not going to defend it probably until WrestleMania, so what was the point of having Io Sky win it? If Rhea Ripley is to win the title back at WrestleMania, why the hell pull it off of her now? It doesn't make sense, this title change. The crowd popped. It was a big moment on Monday Night Raw. I get it, but we got to look to the future. And depending who wins the championship at WrestleMania, either scenario, no matter who was going to win it, this title change didn't make sense, in my opinion. So we're going to see where it goes. We'll see if this ends up turning into a triple threat at WrestleMania, and we'll go from there. Overall, this episode of Monday Night Raw delivered on multiple fronts. There was some compelling promos, especially from Jey Uso and CM Punk in the beginning. Some decent matches. I thought that the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the women's main event was the two matches of the night. I thought they were very good, well-worked matches. An unexpected title change, which I think if you're going to do a title change on this show, it should have been the Creed brothers winning it, but that's okay. Things happen. CM Punk's words have undoubtedly set the stage for future confrontations, especially with the cage match with Seth Rollins next week in Madison Square Garden on Monday Night Raw. The championship match has showcased the incredible talent within the WWE. Both Lyra and the War Raiders look good in their title defenses. And again, Io Sky's title defense, we'll see what that means for Mania. But as we march toward WrestleMania, the storylines are heating up, and the WWE Universe is in for an exciting ride, according to a lot of people. But I'm not sold, and we're going to see where that goes. That's it for the breakdown of the March 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw. Thank you for listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Podcast. Make sure to follow us on social media, all of our platforms. There is the link tree that I will post in the description box. All of the affiliate links and all of our pages are on there, so make sure you follow us. And until then, we'll see you next time.